And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set. And pitching in this game, Chris Sale.
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming because it's breaking two planes, horizontal and vertical.
That one hammered center field. Harris ranges back. Way back, out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Here is Bryce Harper. Right side. He'll do it himself, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And time now for the Phillies lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
And here comes Alec Boehm.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one a little bit high. 2-1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That one fouled off. 2-2. And that's outside.
Full count.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Hauls it in, 2-away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Smoked on the ground a second. Whips it to first. And that is the third out of the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Zach Wheeler. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get one or two over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. That one is upstairs. And there's a ball. On the ground, right side. Stop. Throws to first in time. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings.
Well, he's under it to make the catch in center, and we'll take a break. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
And a foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter, and it just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs, base is empty. Next offering is downstairs. And that one missing low. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the second. Phillies go down quietly in the inning, but they're on top 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Matt Olson down.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here's Austin Riley. 1 out, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting sixth,
Brian De La Cruz getting ready to hit. 2 outs. Fouled off down the right side. a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. And the Braves go down quietly. They trail here 1-0. Top half of the third inning. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. And Sale deals. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And the batter now, Johan Rojas. Step off, throw to first.
No, he's
Stop,
in there.
dives back in safely. The other way, fair ball. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
He was all over that one. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Here's Turner now. Just missed.
Well, these Phillies doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching.
Dylan Lee gets handed the rock out of the pen. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Dylan Lee.
So Harper stands in. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He sends it out of here. His 2nd of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 5-zip. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
And now it's Alec Bohm. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add on. It's 6-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. And it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
This offense is on
Up
fire.
next for
3
Philadelphia,
extra base
right
hits in a
fielder,
row. I know that was a
Nick
ground ball,
Castellanos.
but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Dylan Lee will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher for the
Braves.
Braves, Daysbel
Number
Hernandez.
62.
He last pitched 2 days ago.
Daysbel Hernandez.
So man aboard. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. On the ground, Riley fires across the diamond, and Castellanos is out.
Now batting, catcher JT Realmuto.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 7-0.
Now batting, left fielder Max
Runner
Kepler.
on at first with one gone. And digging in for Philadelphia, Max Kepler. Up and in, and that's ball 2. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Hit hard, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting, second baseman.
This is Bryson Stott. 2 on, 1 out. And that one fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone,
Now
but that's one of the
batting,
hardest
center
things.
fielder,
And
Johan
when you
Rojas.
see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1 and 2. That one the other way. Albies. They get the force, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-0. Back after this on the show. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Catcher, number
Now in for the
75.
Braves, Drake Baldwin. Do you remember when Tim Kirkchin ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw. Tag. Out. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
Wow, he just showed right there why he's known for having one of the best arms, one of the elite arms in the league. Man, that runner had a big lead at first base. You usually don't get thrown out, but this guy's such a great thrower. That's pretty amazing right there.
delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you.
The shortstop.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Orlando Arcia. That one fouled off. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Braves go down quickly here. They continue to trail 7-0. Back here in Atlanta, Trey Turner at the plate.
Shortstop, Trey Turner.
And here it comes. The shortstop takes a ball. Foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one ripped. Base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Man at first, nobody out. Here comes Bryce Harper. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Runner at first with no outs here. Next one off the plate inside. 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Just missed. There's a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Gets a piece and stays alive. First and second here, no outs. And that'll load the bases.
Now batting.
So bases all loaded up. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Just missed.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
Late swing, foul to the left. Bases loaded, nobody out. And now the count filled up 3-2. On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's one. Safe at first, they won't get them both, and the runner comes in from third.
Right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Next offering misses down and away.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Base hit, and a run comes in.
Up next for Philadelphia, catcher JT.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Daysbel Hernandez departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Aaron
the Braves.
Bummer on to pitch out of the pen here.
Number 49.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So first and second with one gone. And now it's JT Realmuto. That missed by a lot. And it's 2-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Schwarber, the lead runner at second. Castellanos over at first with one away. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with one out.
Back-to-back base hits. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Max Kepler at the plate. There's a 1-1. That one to first, and it gets by him. One run across. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they extend their lead.
Now batting, second baseman Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. Line drive.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. There's a swing and a miss.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So 9 batters come to the plate, 4 of them score. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Phillies 11 and the Braves nothing. Back at Truist Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now Michael Harris the second.
Harris.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that one upstairs.
2-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
On the ground to the left.
Just foul.
And foul ball. Up the middle. Stop. Handles, throws to first. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Next one misses, and a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Braves still looking for their first hit in this one. High fly ball out to center field. Rojas drops into the glove, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
2 outs,
Marcell
base is empty. Next is the designated
Ozuna.
hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that will end the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They trail in this one 11-0. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Trey Turner. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. So Trey goes down on strikes. Here comes
Up
Bryce
next for
Harper.
Philadelphia, first baseman Bryce Harper.
Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Movement in the bullpen. Bryce Elder getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Schwellenbach also getting ready. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 12-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
I'm excited to see that one again, but with the StatCast data, because that was a bomb. Oh, says he drove it out of here at 115 miles an hour.
I think I heard the ball screaming on its way out. And that's some serious exit velo. Pretty elite. And he caught it just right to get it up in the air as well.
So 1 out, nobody on. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies.
2-1.
Breaking ball inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter Kyle
2 down,
Schwarber.
base is empty. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Bummer deals. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. Home half of the fifth coming up. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back.
Leading
and now the
off
first
for the
baseman,
Braves,
Matt Olson.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
Here's the pitch to Olson. And that one is lifted in the air. Rojas on his way over, makes the catch, and there's one gone.
That's just a really nice
Now
catch
batting,
on the run
third
right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1-2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Good eye in that spot.
Really good
Two
take,
balls,
especially with
two
two strikes.
Swing and a miss. Now only one out remaining.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher
Up
on the
next
same
for the
page right now.
Braves, left
Here's the left fielder, Brian De La Cruz.
De La Cruz.
Ground ball to Bohm. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Phillies slug their way to a win in this one.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
12-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long